Hi, my name is Ben Bruton. I am a reference and instruction librarian at the Gordon B. Olson Library here at Minot State University. And I am also the embedded librarian for this class, Special Ed 501. And today in this brief video, we're going to look at my library guide, which you can access yourself. It is available as a link in your Blackboard course shell for Special Ed 501. So you should be able to get to this link and view this library guide. And we're going to go over one of the resources that I have listed in this guide today. And I encourage you to look through this resource as well as some of the others. And they're the best resources for finding research for what you're doing, which is compiling research for your thesis. So this is the best place to begin. And first we're going to look today at ERIC, which is really the main resource or the premier database for finding educational research. And I'm just going to go right over here and click on it. If you're on this page, you can just click on the hot link like I am, and it should take you to the database. If you're at home and off campus, which you probably are because you're an online student, you'll need to log in with your student ID number as your user ID, and your password will be your last name in lowercase letters. So try that, and if it doesn't work, you can contact me and I'll make sure that it's working. Now, today we're going to do a search in ERIC. Here, my search today is teaching methods for autistic children. And you may have a topic of your own, a similar topic. You might need to break it down into searchable parts like I have here to put them into the boxes. I usually try to put one concept or idea per box. You don't have to fill up each and every single box, but you need to have some good key terms lined up. And then you can leave these fields on the right alone, the ones that say select a field optional. Just leave them alone for the time being. We're not ready to search just yet. Let's not jump the gun just yet, because there's a lot of different kinds of material in ERIC, and what I want you guys to focus on is just articles, okay? And when I say articles, I mean peer-reviewed articles. What does peer-reviewed mean? Well, basically, an article that is peer-reviewed has gone through an editorial process. It's usually passed through an editorial board of experts or specialists in the field of your area, in this case special education. And the research has been approved by these specialists, and it's been published in a scholarly journal. So that makes it legitimate. That makes it legitimate research that is appropriate for use in what you're doing, which is writing a thesis. Because essentially what you're doing is the same thing they're doing. You're writing a research report. So that's what you're looking for. And so when we do a search in ERIC, we do need to kind of specify what we're looking for, because there's so much stuff in ERIC. So put a check mark where it says peer-reviewed, and then come down a little bit to where it says journal or document. We're not going to worry about ERIC documents. That's something altogether different. Those are usually unpublished educational reports. They're not terribly current. They're not going to be of much use to us. We want to concentrate on the journal articles. So select journal articles in that box. And then we scroll back up to the top and do a search. And now we're going to look at the results of our search. According to my search history, I see that I have found 99 articles that pertain to my search terms. That's pretty good. That's a good search. Let's take a look at some of the results. Now, the results are listed in citation form. So each one of these that you see here that's numbered is an article a peer-reviewed article, and they're arranged from newest, the most recent articles, in descending order to the oldest. Okay, so this first article in the list was published this past February, so it's fairly current. What you see here in the blue hypertext is the title, and then the rest of this is author, name of the journal that the article appeared in, volume number, issue number, date, or page number and date. That information probably doesn't seem terribly interesting to you, or might even be boring to you now, but it's going to matter to you later on when you develop your list of works cited page or your bibliography. So in a little while I'm going to show you how you can cite that information in the appropriate style format for your class. But for now, we want to look at the article. We want to look at the full text. So we come down here and click on this link. And now what we're going to see is the article presented in its entirety as it appeared in this particular journal, this Journal of Autism and Developmental Disorders. Okay, so here is the article, and let's look at it a little bit. It looks like a standard peer-reviewed article. Peer-reviewed articles are generally articles comprised of empirical research, which means that some kind of research study or research survey was carried out, and the author presents it in the form of a research report with an introduction, sometimes a review of the literature, followed by a methods section where the methods of the study are related, and then a results section further down, etc. You may actually structure your thesis this way. This is what a typical scholarly article looks like, and they tend to be somewhat lengthy. A research article can run anywhere from 10 to 20 pages. This article is 16 pages. So it's probably to your advantage to print these articles out, get a hard copy for each article. If you don't want to save, if you want to save trees, save the article to your flash drive, or save it to your desktop on your laptop, or email it to your personal email account and save it in your inbox, whatever. Okay, but keep a copy of this article. Keep a copy of all your articles, because you're going to be referring back to them again and again as you write your thesis. Now let's exit out of this article and go back to Eric, and we're going to move on and look at the second article in the list. This one looks promising too. Teaching emotion recognition skills to young children with autism. Sounds good. It's in a journal called Journal of Child Psychology and Psychiatry, and it's published fairly recent, December 2012. Starting out, you're going to want recent articles. You're going to want articles within the last 5 years or so. As you get further into your research, you might want to find articles that are older, but for now you want to get the most current stuff. Okay, this looks like a good one. When I come down here, there's no full text link. I see an interlibrary loan link, I see a library owns link, but I don't see a full text link. I do see this green box though that says find this item, so I'm going to click on that, and that presents me with my options for how to obtain this article. Sometimes the article is available full text within the ERIC database, and sometimes it isn't. When it isn't, you have to click on that green box that says find this item, and what it'll do is it'll tell you what your options are. Sometimes the article is available in another database, and that's the case here. We can go to the full text of the article and read it in Wiley Online Library. So I can just click on that, click there on Go, and go right to that article. which is very convenient. Other times there may not be a full text link. There may not be any kind of full text availability at all. In that case, you can do two things. You can check our holdings at Olson Library to see if we have the article here, but that's only going to help you if you're able to come to our library. And since you're online students and you're taking this class at a distance, you're probably not going to be able to do that. So you're going to want to come down to where it says Request Document via MSU Interlibrary Loan. Interlibrary Loan is the office in the library where we request articles. We obtain materials for you that are not available here in our library. So if you can't find the article, you can click on this link and you can request it. And there's no charge for any of this because you're an MSU student, so it's free for your use. You fill out the information, your name, student ID number, address, your MSU email address, and the citation's already included, and you click on Submit. And once we receive that request, we can process it and we can email the article to you in about 3 to 5 days, give or take, and we'll send it to you as a downloadable PDF PDF file rather. Okay, let's go back to Eric. Now I want to show you one more thing before we wrap it up, okay? And that is how to cite an article in this database. Because once you've got the articles, that's good, but you need to know how to cite them too. So let's say I want to cite this one. Okay, all you got to do is click on the title, and there is, if you'll look over here on the right hand side of the screen, there are a list of tools, and one of those tools is Cite. So if you click on that Cite icon, that is a citation formatting tool, and it will automatically take all that information, the title, the author, the name of the journal, all those little numbers, etc., and it will convert it into an APA styled format. And APA is the style manual that you guys are using in 501. So that's what you need. It's right there, and it's already been done. And you can just, let's see, highlight it or copy it, and then paste it in a Word document, and voila, you have created a list of works cited or a bibliography. And you should do that as you're collecting your articles. Get the APA style format through this style format or citation format machine or tool, and make your list of works cited as you collect the articles. It'll save you a lot of time. Okay, let's head back to the style manual, or to the library guide, I'm sorry, and just want to say I've given you some other sources you can look at here. There's some other additional databases. Education Full Text is also a good place to look for peer-reviewed articles, and as well as some of the other databases. WorldCat is a good place to look if you're looking for books. You can find it's a database that basically indexes all the library catalogs in the world, so you can find a book on your topic there and request it through Interlibrary Loan. So I encourage you to try that. And if you have any questions about any of the things that I've covered today, Eric, or anything else, please feel free to contact me. You can email me, you can call me at this 800 number, you can call me at my office phone, whatever works for you, but call me if you have any questions, and good luck with your research.